Meltdown Island. Hi, friends. Welcome to Meltdown Island, the only show that is still a constant Saturday Night Live audition for myself,
Oh no.
as asking the question, why not Dustin Lauren Michaels?
Do you really think that you want to be on SNL or that you're even the appropriate choice for SNL? Like that's something
They
I
always have
definitely
like an
don't
older
think.
guy that does impressions.
It does impressions. That's what you think your strength is.
No, but I've got to practice it, or you never make perfect.
Okay. So you
This is a
think
show where we like to bust each other's balls and talk about the things that have caught our attention this week. And sadly, none of those people could appear on the show this week. But that's okay because I have an action-packed adventure time
whoa,
type of show for
that's what I
you.
like to hear. I
Well,
like to hear that sort of thing.
I like to say it. It may be
Okay.
true, it may be not, but I love saying words. Hi there.
That is true.
Welcome to Meltdown Island, you Islanders. Mike, how are you?
Yes. What? I'm
How are
sorry,
you,
say it again.
Mike? How
How
are
am
you?
I? I'm doing all right. I was a little bit sleepy today because I had to yesterday I wound up having to get up at like 5 a.m. to drive my son's partner to get top surgery. Um,
Yep.
so they got that done and then they got home and they're recovering, so they're doing great. But you know, sleep schedule was like thrown way off. So then yesterday I wound up sleeping for like way longer than I should have, and then went to bed way later than I should have. You know, so today, and then I kind of woke up to teach class, taught for the Detroit Creativity Project earlier, and then took a brief nap while I was watching TV there. Uh, lately, I have to tell you, Dustin, this is something that I'm very passionate about lately. You might
Please.
not know. I'm very into working out in VR lately. I'm having a really good time doing it, and I'm really getting a lot of exercise. One of my biggest problems was trying to get exercise during the winter months.
Me,
You know,
me as well.
yeah, it's not easy. It's right. I hated doing like sit-ups in the house or push-ups or whatever. Like, you know, I'm not gonna do Tae with Billy Blanks. You know,
Aren't you?
I mean, that's a 90s throwback, but it's not, you know, it's just not that exciting for me. However, once I got the Oculus 2, which, you know, unfortunately it's kind of like tied to Facebook, but beyond that, it's a very cheap VR thing. Um, $300, I mean, that's like about as much as a piece of workout equipment would cost you, like something like
Sure.
decent, like a bike or a you know, weight bench or something like that. So I mean, for $300, I now have something that I'm like enjoying to use every day. There's music games that just like get you completely moving and dancing and sweating, and it's like it's an incredibly intense workout. It's really, really great. And for the first time in my life, I'm feeling like, wow, during the winter I can actually still work out. So that's kind of
And
what
in the
I'm into.
summer.
What's that?
I mean, you got to work out. You got to work out
Oh yeah. Well, but
throughout
in
the
the summer
year.
it comes so natural because there's so much outdoor work to
Oh.
do. There's so many different things that I'm like, you know, physical activities that we, you know, just are built in kind of. But, you know, during winter when it's
Yeah.
cold, like I hate jogging. That's another thing I can't really do because I don't have ankles that can support a jogging
That yog.
thing. What's that?
You don't have ankles that yog.
That yog. No, I don't have yogging ankles. I don't
Wow.
like jogging anyways. It's like, yeah, it does not sit well right with me.
It doesn't.
No. But
It's
anyways,
interesting.
Loving the VR workouts though.
So is
I
this
don't
a
know if
VR
anyone's.
workout thing that I could do along with you that we could put on the internet and people can be inspired by our
Yeah, we could. We
work?
absolutely could. We could be working out together on VR, Dustin. If
That
you get an
is
Oculus too,
exciting.
we could be working out together in VR.
That's so exciting that I am willing to try to find a job so that I can make some money and get this going. Not for me, not even for me. Some of it's for me, but it's for the viewers like Kurt
Well,
Brinker,
Dustin,
like
if
Mama
each
Reverend,
if each of
like
our
that's
viewers
the only two.
donated to getting you a VR, they would only have to donate $50 each.
What? Well, if anyone's gonna whatever donate to anything, just remember that I have currently a campaign. Now, Mike, you might
Yes.
be going, "What are you talking about?"
No, I'm not. I do know what you're talking about. But what are you
Oh,
talking
okay.
about?
Well, what it is, Mike, is have you ever gone on a walk
No.
through a park?
Yes.
Oh, and in that park, you'll see a busker. That's a person who
Okay.
plays the guitar. Ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding,
Uh-huh.
ding.
I'm familiar with
Then they'll,
busking. Yeah.
oh, Mr. Busks himself. Have you ever seen one of those robot statue people?
Yes. Like those silver, like they're dressed up in silver or something, and
Exactly,
they're just
Mike.
moving very slowly.
And or are standing there
Mm-hmm.
being art, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you walk through the park and you're like, "Oh, what's that over there? I didn't even know that there was a artistic park in my walk." And all of a sudden you're standing there
Yeah.
and you're watching this art and you might
Mm-hmm.
throw $5, $20. You even said $50.
Just easily,
And
just 50. I always throw 50s at buskers in the park.
that
Go ahead.
is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Well, I'm a very wealthy man, as everyone knows.
I
So
need to find what parks you're walking through and learn how to play the guitar again because it sounds like a money-making adventure.
hey, if I did, I would throw 50s at buskers because they're the backbone of the arts in this country.
Yeah, they're the underground discovery of themselves on
Mm-hmm.
railroad subway lines and everything.
I mean,
Everything.
aren't we kind of like video busking right now?
Mike, you've
Mm.
hit the nail on what they call the proverbial
Head.
head.
Okay, proverbial head. I like it. Okay.
I like to add words.
I
Um,
know.
so
I'm very aware. Do you
so
have a link that you sent me for your busking?
well, it would be in my general link tree, which I can send you, of course.
Your
Uh,
link tree. I like how this link tree is just kind of taken over everything. Are we talking
link
TikTok?
tree is amazing, bro.
TikTok? TikTok? Go to Dustin's
Well,
TikTok?
that's I was sending you some TikToks, yes. But Linktree is amazing because no longer do I have to go, oh, w slash. I don't have to tell you to look for this, look for. You just keep the link tree somewhere, and all of a sudden you could just click on it and you can see my updated new wavy colors. My ooh, did I send it? Boop, bop, the doo doo, and it's something that should be. It's in my. It's in every description on the internet of me now. I always have a link tree because you can go
Okay.
to each and every platform. Uh, the fundraiser is only lasting until the 31st, and then it's done and gone. And but the link tree will stay around, and I just keep updating it with whatever my new thing is. and it is quite a way for people to find out. That big fella there, I was trying to get him on the show today, but also he is a comedian I'd like to get at the Independent Comedy Club. If you guys are doing anything or open, and like what is going on
Well,
with the ant? Is there updates? Are you guys gonna
well,
start opening
right now
doors?
we're still not opening because vaccines, as you know, are not they're not out to everyone.
I don't
It's
have one.
No, I'm getting one myself pretty soon, but as
Congratulations.
far as the ant goes, like we're not planning on anything very soon, but there's possibilities that looks like things might start happening in the fall, but it's kind of all dependent on where we're at now and how that is changing as we go forward. As you know, like Italy just went into their next lockdown after having
Really,
two
I didn't know
previous
that.
lockdowns. So we might be, I don't know, we might just be a really stupid country that's just going to decide to just say, forget it, and we're just going to do whatever, and then it's going to make everything worse, and then who knows, you know? But then again, vaccines are getting out faster than they were originally anticipated to be. Things are moving a little bit faster, so hopefully,
I
I mean, if
definitely
we can
heard
make it
that.
safe, if we can make it safe, we're going to do stuff, but we're definitely not going to take any shortcuts to making things safe. So that is the official word from the ant.
Well, that's some officially good things to hear, Mike.
Well, basically I said nothing. So basically I
Those are my
said,
favorite
hopefully we
things.
can. Hopefully we can. That's
Nothing
pretty much
is
all I
some
said.
of
So
my favorite things
you got your
when
link
Mike
tree
just
on
rambles.
you
What?
got you got your link tree on the left-hand side of the screen there, pal. So
It's pretty, isn't it?
yeah, it's nice. This is all things Dustin Gardner, right?
Yep.
So
For
this
you
is
guys didn't
so
know.
many things. This is so
So
many
many.
things. So many. Uh, you know, uh, some would say
That
almost too many things.
Yes, I agree. Some people would say that. And to them, I would be like, oh, should I not be how am I not myself? How should I not be? Right,
How am I
Mike?
not myself?
That's an old saying, existential saying that old Fredley and I always used to say with as many different iterations of how am I not myself? Like just different inflections. It's very fun.
That sounds like it would have been fun.
Well, you got to be there.
Yeah, back with when you were hanging out with Fredley.
Yeah,
Good old Fredley.
yeah.
I saw him
Good
a few
old.
years ago. He was doing good.
Oh, he's amazing. He's living a dream life. He's living his best life. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the
I'm very
Grammys
happy
the
for
other
him.
night. What are you gonna
Oh
do?
yeah,
What are you
I
gonna
know.
say?
Isn't it weird to see our friends on the stage at the
It's
Grammys or like on the
it's. How
the,
about the
the
fact that
Emmys?
Keegan kissed and made out with who's that actress?
What? I don't know because I didn't
Who's
watch the Grammys. I think the Grammys are
no no
pretty
no
dead. So
no. This was not on the Grammys.
oh
We're
okay,
playing a guessing game.
okay, we're playing a
Who's
guessing game.
Dustin thinking about? Which actress is the best actress of all time?
Beyonce.
That's a singer, but I will
Well,
allow you to give me that answer. It's not
aren't some
correct.
singers actors?
I think we're all actors on this stage of life,
Okay,
Mike.
second guess, Demi Moore.
Oof, that's a very good guess, but it is not the correct
Oh, I thought that
female
was your
who
favorite female
who's that
actress of all time.
who's that lady who goes uh, uh, I'm Meryl Streep. The
Oh,
fact
Meryl
that
Streep. Okay.
the fact that Keegan was in that new High School Musical number
Mm-hmm.
on something, and we just saw that he's with Meryl Streep, and then he's standing there, walks, and then Meryl comes up, and they go, and I was like, Keegan's kissing Meryl Streep. What
And
is
what was that on?
happening?
What was that on?
Not Tilda Swinton. It's Meryl Streep. It's on. High School Musical something. It's out
That narrows
new.
it down. That would narrow it down. I'd like to
I
pop it
mean,
up on the screen, but I mean, I
I
don't know how
would
to
love it
find it.
to. Meryl Streep's 2020 High School Musical.
Okay.
Hey Siri. All my computer shut down because I say Siri. Yes.
Hey Siri.
Hey Siri. I am Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey am I. Okay, Google. Meryl Streep. I'm hoping that freaks out everyone's.
Yeah, now you're activating my Google. You're probably activating anybody's Google that's out there.
One can. Hey Alexa.
I'm gonna turn
Who's
off my
Meryl
Google.
Streep? Oh, you poor thing. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I just don't want to be, I don't want you to control my Google. That's all.
Sorry, not
I don't trust you.
sorry.
I don't know what kind
That
of
was
weird
very
stuff you
funny.
make my Google look for.
How dare you?
How dare I? How
Imply.
dare you? How
Imply.
dare you
You're
hijack my
implying.
Google? What?
I did hijack. I did.
Mhm.
Like audio hijack, which I am not a paid endorser, but I would like to mention that it's made the microphone and me sound amazing.
It doesn't it sound a lot better? It's very
A lot
good, and
better.
you're not hitting your microphone as much. I don't know, what did you do? Why have you not been hitting it?
Well, Mike, I'd have to pick the microphone up, but I've put it on its original stand, which is too small. It's too small.
Yeah, it is too small.
But nevertheless,
Get an arm. These are very inexpensive.
I would love to. There's a lot of things I would love to consume. Let's call it consumerism.
Okay.
I would love
Well,
to.
I mean, you're very quick always. Whenever I mention something that's like on the internet, you're always very quick to be like, "Let's buy it." I'm like, okay. Now that there's a thing that's $11 that you can buy, now you're having some. You're having some trepidation.
Less trepidation, more. Oops, I did it again.
Oh, you've been
I've
watching the Britney
broken
doc, the new Britney doc.
I mean,
That's
who
fun.
hasn't?
I don't know.
Because you have.
I mean, I kind of, in a secondary sort of way, I have. I've
Free
listened to a
Britney,
lot of
bro.
it. I've listened to Free Britney. It's a very weird
Fuck.
situation.
It's very, very unusual. The fact that you're not allowed to talk about it and bring it up in court and stuff
Mhm.
like that, there seems like it's got to be there as a stopgap, right, for some bad things, but there can't be a universal, let's call it a border wall that just stops everything. You got to be able to have a door that you can knock on or at least peek through and go, "Hey, judge, there's some this is a little wacky. Can we talk about it?"
Well, first, why don't you let the audience know what this doc is that we're talking about?
I'm not doxing anyone, Mike,
Okay.
but we are talking about Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. I don't know what
we're
it's
talking
called.
about.
I don't know what it's called. I tried to let it come out of my mouth, but there was a border wall.
Hi, Tom Schultz. Shout out to Tom Schultz in the house.
Tom Schultz. Love everybody. Adam Fuller's here too.
Framing Britney Spears is what it's called.
Framing Britney Spears.
Yeah, and you can watch it on Hulu, I think, right? Yep.
Make sure you look up the New York Times. It's presented by the New York Times.
So
we had trouble reading it because of that.
So the doc is basically about how Britney Spears is now living under a conservatorship. So that means that she has no legal rights to control pretty much anything about her life. And there are some other stars that also are bound by these conservatorships. And they were originally intended as things for end of life people, like people that are in dementia or like, end of life situations. So they're not really intended for people like Britney, who being pressured and put into all the situations that she has been kind of came into this really difficult time in her life and had kind of some meltdowns. And then they kind of turned it around and made her basically a prisoner of her own fame. She's not allowed to talk about it. She's not allowed to discuss it. So she has no way to even petition any family or friends. She has no way to even fight this because the lawyer that she has is controlled by the conservatorship. So there's no way to even know if she's really unhappy or feeling like a prisoner at all. However, I mean, who wouldn't in the situation that Brittany's in? So, I mean, it's a very, very weird situation. Dustin, I know that you would never want to be in a conservatorship, but I wouldn't hesitate to put you in one if I had to. Oh, you are in a conservatorship? Did Jill put you in a conservatorship?
What is life prison but a conservatorship for everyone? Am I right, Mike?
Blink once if you're not allowed to talk about it.
I can't stop blinking. I can't stop.
You know, we have a missing camera above me that Shawn Handlon used to fill. He's out this week. And Adam Fuller as well. But, you know, Jill could fit in that same box up there and talk about your conservatorship if you wanted to.
That'd be amazing if she only watched the show, Mike.
Well, you could just open the link. I could just send her an OBS Ninja link, and you could open it and just hand her a phone, and then she has no choice.
Yeah, she's got choices. Believe me. I'd like to thank Kurt Brinkler for shouting out Lauren Michaels.
Did you say Brinkler?
Brinkler. It's all bees to me.
Okay.
Uh-oh. What did I do? Did I do something?
Well, you just said his name wrong, and I'm just correcting you. That's as simple as it is. That's all right.
I say my name wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People in conservatorships can't hire their own attorneys, and they pay for attorneys that uphold the conservatorship. Brittany gets a court-appointed attorney and still pays millions for the other attorneys to fight against her.
Mm-hmm.
When really, she could pay me and I just, do what she needed. She ain't got to pay millions. I
wish I knew that we were going into a deep dive on Brittany's conservatorship. I would have probably watched the documentary instead of just listening to it.
You would have had maybe your blonde wig on today and your Brittany puffs.
Sure, why not? I mean, I probably would have gone all in with whatever. But
you're talking about full school uniform from the first video?
Why not? Why not? I'm not that innocent.
Ooh, I like that attitude.
But seriously, this is a good reason. This is a good example of why there should be an RO for the show.
And I say it's a good reason why there shouldn't be, because we would have never done this.
Yeah, and look at what gold this is for everyone.
I mean,
Audra, thank you for giving legal advice for free on the internet.
Well, and I'd like to ask this to you, Audra, bringing up legal advice. Let's say someone like Dustin and Mike have an idea to sue Citizens
Okay, are we
United.
switching gears? Are we switching gears right now?
Yep.
So that needs a little. So let's practice this. You need to set it up for the audience, and then pop into the actual thing. So like,
I'm listening.
Let's try it again. So we're still talking about Brittany's conservatorship. Boy, yeah, you're right, Dustin. That is terrible. Brittany should figure out a way to be free.
And thank you, Audra Jantz, for free legal advice online. That's what you said.
Thank you, Audra Jantz, for all the free legal advice online that you've given, which you said in the comments is free legal advice and that we can use it.
And speaking of free legal advice, Audra Jantz, I have another legal yet legal question.
You are terrible.
To be all smart.
You are terrible at segues. You're as bad at segues as the guy that invented the Segway.
Damn.
Remember how we learned about how he flung himself off a cliff on a Segway?
Oops, Mike burnt me again. He burned me outside.
Okay, let me try it. Let me try the Segway. So yeah, Dustin, give me a line about Brittany. Finish off Brittany real quick.
Brittany still is beautiful and talented and should be allowed to do whatever she wants. So thank you for that legal advice, Audra.
Thank you, Dustin. Yes. All right. Well, that brings us to our next topic. We have a new segment that we're going to talk about next
Ooh.
concerning Dustin has an idea
King
that
of the
he thinks
castle.
that we
King
might
of
be
the
able to get legal
castle.
traction on, and it's something that would benefit all of society. So Dustin has an idea for a lawsuit that he wants to do, but he wants to see if it's going to be able to gain traction. So, Dustin, take it away.
Well,
How is that for a segue?
it's amazing. And thank God you called out the fact that you're just playing around and we're not really segueing,
Right.
because Audra has requested in all caps, leave Audra Jance alone.
Kurt Brinkler had a question. Is it legal
Sprinkler.
advice to say that this is not legal advice? That is a really good question. Seems like a catch-22 right there. Seems like
Definitely caught a paradox.
he kind of busted Audra, I think.
Ooh, I don't know if you should be talking about other dudes busting on Audra, bro.
Busting on?
You just said he busted it on Audra.
Nope, sure didn't. This is why it's
My
important to
ears.
listen to the words that your co-host says.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I do not agree with the thing that I heard.
Okay.
You
know what? I don't agree with a lot of things that you say in my imagination as well, just to let you know.
Aw,
There's a ton
look
of
at
things that you say in my imagination that I'm like, yikes. No.
Yeah, I think people imagining the things I might say holds people back from, visiting that link tree.
Hey, here's something I told you last night that I think is worth saying again. I think you could get way more people to view your TikToks if you never mention TikTok again.
How would anybody know I'm blowing up on TikToks if I'm not blowing
Really
up on
good
TikTok?
question. Oh, hey, Dustin. Wow. Oh, you have a link tree on. Oh, that's interesting. Let me check it out. When people are interested in you, they're going to check it out. They're going to look into things. And then if they ask about it, guess what? You got somebody that actually wanted to look at it.
You're right. Because that lady today that I found on TikTok, she was interested in finding us on YouTube.
Okay.
And I did have to present. It's again the mechanical robot in the park. If I don't present that I'm in a park, then if you don't stay in the park, then there is no park. You know what I mean, bro?
This is not a good analogy. No, I do not know what you mean. Here's how I'm seeing it.
Let me try it again.
Here's how I'm seeing it. Let me try a hand at explaining how I'm seeing it. You're like the mechanical guy in the park, but instead of being quiet and not moving, you're screaming, "Look at me, look at me, look at me." and then that makes the crowd kind of like go in the other direction.
Agreed, disagree.
Okay.
Now, that's hilarious, and I am more of the buster going, help me, I think I'm falling in love again. Now,
remember when we were going to do that other segment and we just went right by it? I did a whole segue for it.
Here it is. Audra put aside. If she wants to speak, great. If not, hey, everybody else. What if I told you that we as humans should fight back against corporations? What would you say to that?
Okay, so this is the question that you have for the other segment that I did the segue for that we're now coming back to. So that's good.
Because
that's good. Say it again. What would you think?
What I dislike. What would you think if I said we as humans must to succeed as a democracy, we must fight back against the corporate overlords who have tricked and fooled us as a society by somehow they magically get in front of the Supreme Court as Citizens United. Now, it should have been corporate getting more rights than humans is what it should have been called, but it was Citizens United versus something, right?
Okay.
It's called Citizens United. They won. Now corporations, what was free speech now has money involved, which
So
that doesn't make
Citizens United was a ruling that effectively made corporations fundamentally the same as individual citizens. Is that correct?
However, yes. However, they can't go to jail. They don't go to heaven or hell.
That's not
Have
okay. Keep going.
they are allowed to then take their money as citizens now and put it into politics, pay politicians as much as they want because they are citizens.
Okay. So your description is a little confusing.
I agree. But what question would you ask me to clarify?
What question would you ask me to clarify? I don't know if it's a question that I wanted you to clarify. However, I mean, I just think that your description was a little confusing. I just had trouble following it a little bit.
As confused as you are, and as other people are, but I'm reading with my ears. Legally speaking, I'm on board with Citizen. Legally speaking, I am not on board with Citizens United. Down here, we got Kurt saying the Enron guy is back on the street, Wall Street, and he's doing the same grift. So I would like to go to the Supreme Court as court case Humans versus Citizens United. What do I got to do to make this happen?
How about we try this out, Dustin? How about I play a video that explains what Citizens United is?
That's amazing.
It's just 1 minute long.
Whew.
So this
that sounds like that would have saved us 20 minutes right there.
Could have. It very well could have. But that time is gone now, and we're never going to get it back.
But, so that's okay. You know, Tom Schultz probably needed this. He probably needed us today to just ramble on. Dun, dun, dun,
okay, so here we go. Let's play this video.
Watching the DNC, you're likely heard Citizens United. Katy Perry. Oh, a constitutional amendment. Is it 2010? So for 11 years.
You know, this music is not helping us in any way.
Form of free speech and thus protected under the First Amendment. But it's not free no more because they got all the money.
So the Supreme Court, and this was back when it was a liberal Supreme Court.
And maybe the conservatives will go, gosh, you're right. The Democrats did that. We should overturn it, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way to get them to do anything.
We do, Ann Coulter. How dare you? How dare you say that, Ann Coulter?
An idiot. Yeah.
Ann Coulter, I'm going to give you a ring-a-ding-doo on the phone.
So that's what Citizens United is. Citizens United is giving corporations the power to make unlimited political donations.
Yep.
And to basically have the same rights as individual citizens, right?
And it turns our government into people who are voting for not only their own party, but for the rights and the privileges of corporations over the humans in the society. And that, for me, is unsustainable. Sustained.
Whoa.
Overruled. I'm ready for court. Let's do this. What do we got to do to get to this?
Okay. So I guess that's what this segment is now, is that what do we got to do to get to court to overturn Citizens United?
Yep.
So
it's sort of a brainstormer.
I don't think that this is a thing that either of us would have the power to take to the Supreme Court.
I'm listening.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that things that go to the Supreme Court have to first work their way up to the Supreme Court. So you'd need a case, you'd need something that would start the ball rolling, right?
Like me giving a passionate speech?
I mean, you could try it. You can go down to City Hall in Detroit. You can go down to the Coleman A. Young Municipal Center and walk in there. Go through the metal detector. Go by the elevators. Go up to the 9th floor.
You've
Get
already
out
lost
there.
me.
And then go into the courtroom, a random courtroom that's there, probably
much.
doing child support stuff, probably putting broke dads in jail. And then you can
Ooh.
just start going, Citizens United is bad. Here's my impassioned speech. And then you'll probably be thrown in jail for the day.
Okay. It's too bad they wouldn't get me out of the courtroom first, but okay.
Hey, I mean, that's just, again, that's my imagination. You say a lot of really disturbing things in my imagination, so I don't know. I'm not sure.
What?
I told you that earlier. That was a bit from earlier, remember?
I know it's just that I take things and it hurts my soul. Luckily we have a 2-hour special today, so we're gonna have double the time to come up with some
What?
of these.
We're not though. We're gonna end at 6 p.m. on the dot because I have to go
This is
teach class tonight, and I'm not
this is
gonna.
the comedians in the comments trolling Mike. It's okay,
Oh, okay,
Mike.
all right.
Calm
Well,
down.
it's not really a problem because I'll just hit end stream and then the show will be done. So it's not like
For those of
that
us who have
bothers me
watched,
at all.
for those who watched last week's Roses and Thorns, yeah, bub. I made it look like you. I made it look like you. You don't have the power that I have. And that's what I ended it. It's a funny joke. I hope you enjoy it when you finally see this last week's.
I
Roses
did
and
watch
Thorns.
it. I did watch it already.
Well, that's not how it really ended. I fudged it up a little bit to make you
Yeah, I
sound
didn't
even
think it
more of
did.
a mechanical or mechanical guy that just ends things.
Okay. So yeah,
Oh,
Kurt Brinker saying that you're the new Michael Moore already. You can do Roger and Me right now. You could go down to the headquarters for GM and talk to the boss.
I went there the other day to get Secretary of State, and hey, guess what, Michiganders? You have to make an appointment for
Yeah, you
any
do.
Secretary of State stuff
Yep.
now. And you just can't show up like we tried, and you might have trouble. So it's hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
my
the
mom had
next,
to make an appointment. She was having a lot of trouble getting in there as
yeah,
well.
the next appointment is like June, bro.
Mm-hmm.
June.
There's tons of people driving around without license plates on. Are we going
Yes,
into a new
we're one
segment
of
about the
them.
Secretary of State now, or
No,
okay? I'm
I
just
think we're
looking for
still waiting
segues.
for
Just
any
looking for
ideas
segues.
of legal people or Tom Schultz to talk to the legal department,
Tom
and
Schultz's
or
legal department. Tom should talk to his legal department.
and find out what I gotta do to be human versus human v citizens. You.
So you want to start a legal
Oh,
battle?
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you going to have time for that?
um,
How much
I
time do you
can
think this is going to
TikTok them.
take? Like 2-3 hours?
I figured that the lawyers are going to do a lot of the work. I'm going to be
Oh,
honest with
okay.
you.
That's how it would go.
I am going
So
to be there as the ideasman, the launching pad for
I
the
see.
movement,
Do you
whatever
think
it
that
is.
lawyers have a hard time thinking up ideas?
I just don't think anyone's gone, hey, we should do something about that.
Yeah, I
You know what
don't
I
think
mean? They're talking
anyone,
about it.
no one has noticed that Citizens United happened. Nobody's trying to do anything about it. I mean, that seems a little under researched is the way I'm gonna just throw out the word under researched. It feels like you
I
didn't
can
really look
agree. I can
into,
agree.
is anyone fighting
Ooh, that's a great
Citizens
question to type up.
United?
That's good. That's good. That's a good
Okay, great.
question.
There's even an ad for it right here. endcitizensunited.org. So Dustin, this is what you were saying you wanted, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
What? Why are you talking like that now? You don't sound happy
'Cause
that somebody
I'm
is
shy.
fighting Citizens United. You're sounding
I'm
sad
shy.
that someone
Shy
stole
about
your
it.
idea.
I didn't steal it.
Oh my god. You
All
are
right.
sad. You're sad that you're not going to be the star of ending Citizens United.
I just want it to end.
Yeah, well, we all do. I mean,
Do
there
we?
are people trying to work hard on ending this right now.
I guess so.
As you can
They do
see,
have a website.
they have a website and
Yeah.
they have candidates that they're trying to push through and that's part of their platform to end
You're saying I should
Citizens
become a
United.
candidate.
Well, I mean, that is one path. If you wanted to run for office, I mean, this is a great start. You have your own YouTube show, so that's a great start for somebody that wants to run for office, I would say.
Hello, Patriots. Did I want to run? No. Am I willing to serve? Yes. Okay. I'm willing.
Okay. I mean, that's I think all you need, and now we just watch the volts start rolling in. Pretty
The
sure that's
volt.
how it works.
The volts.
The votes.
What's a volt, guy?
The votes?
Oh, the votes.
Oh,
The
I'm sorry.
vote.
Did you not know that candidates have to get votes to be able to win office?
What again? I may have misheard you, but I heard the word V-O-L-T, volts.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe I misspoke, but yeah, I did intend votes.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm
you can
sorry. Maybe I
intend
should back
anything
up.
you want.
Are you sure? I mean, why don't we just go through how the whole process would work to
No.
see if you're going to run for office?
Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Ain't nobody got
That's the
time.
problem is you don't have time to run for office. You don't have time to fight Citizens United.
I don't.
Well, wow. This whole segment is really, I don't know what to do with it now.
Okay, fine. You're pulling it out of me, Mike. Here it is.
Okay.
I have some PTSD when it comes to running for office. Okay.
What? Why?
Yeah, this is something I've never revealed on the show.
This
Mark
is a
it
huge
down on your
reveal.
calendars.
This is a huge reveal.
In 6th grade, Dustin was brand new to his school.
Okay. Were you from
And
like France or something at that point, or
it was St. Paris, so it might as well have been.
Saint Paris?
St. Paris next to Christiansburg, and I moved to the big city of Miamisburg. And
Ooh.
I decided to run for student council of my 6th grade.
Okay.
I thought maybe they wanted an outside voice. They needed some fresh pair of eyes on the class situation.
Yeah.
And I ran. I put my
Okay.
name on the ballot.
Can I make a prediction?
And I did not make it. I didn't make it. Oh, go ahead.
So, did you just start yelling at everybody that you need to vote for me, and then nobody voted for you?
This was a quieter Dustin, a more shy, a little more, as the ladies would say, suave.
Oh, okay.
I said, though, to myself after my defeat, never again. Always try. Don't let this stand in your way. You're destined for great offices.
Wait, reverse it, back it up a little bit. You said never again, and then you said always try. Don't let this stand in your way. Those seem like two mixed messages as far as
don't let this stop you. Don't ever let this stop you ever again.
Okay. So this is a positive story, not a PTSD story like you framed it to be originally.
Well, it's going to get worse. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Junior high. Both junior highs, I auditioned for student council.
Oh, it's an audition, so it's different.
Well,
you
not
didn't run
really.
for student council; you auditioned for it by doing a song or something.
I ran in the sense of putting my name on a piece of paper.
Okay.
Then we got to high school. New school, Dustin thought. New chance, new energy, new vibe. Okay. We in Troy now. We in Troy, Ohio.
Troy, Michigan. Troy, Ohio. Yeah.
And I said, freshman class, let's do this.
Yep.
Running for student council. And I did not, once again, I did not.
So let me set the stage. So it's, what year is it? 1991.
90.
1990 in Troy, Ohio. A fresh-faced youth who's used to singing with his beautiful voice, singing his heart out on church stages all over Ohio in different places,
Signing autographs,
signing
here.
autographs to people because of his beautiful church voice that people thought was so goddamn pretty. And then new fresh-faced Dustin gets delivered to this brand new high school after losing at least 3 elections. So this fresh-faced Dustin, he comes into Troy, Ohio, and he's like, I am going to win this election. He's like, I am not going to make the same mistakes that I made in those previous 3 elections. Nope. I'm going to take everything that I learned from those elections,
which was not much,
and I am going to put every single ounce of my spirit and my heart into this election in Troy, Ohio, and I am going to win this election. So what did you do differently that was different than what you had done previously?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Not much, Mike.
Okay.
I remember there not being many opportunities, let's say, to campaign, except for going, hey, vote for me kind of thing, right?
Okay. Did you make fun signs?
Nope.
Okay. Did you stand in the hallway and talk about what you were going to do for the school?
Nope.
Did you make friends with a lot of key people in high positions like cheerleaders?
The funny thing, I didn't have any friends.
Okay.
I was going for that loner outside view.
Like Jimmy Carter vibe is what you're going for.
Yes, fresh set of eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I did not
so
get
you
on
didn't,
student council.
You didn't campaign, and you didn't tell anybody the issues, and you didn't make friends with anybody that was in a key position.
Which is why that I do it all the time now, Mike, because I learned if I'm silent, I will not get on student council. I will not go viral.
Okay.
People won't like my TikToks if I don't talk about it and campaign.
So,
go ahead.
There's only 2 ways to do it. 1, you're either completely silent, or 2, you're yelling at people to vote for you, right?
Roughly.
Okay. So I think that there might be a third path out there. And I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to throw this out. Like, let's pretend that young Dustin has a chance to do it all over again. Let's pretend that we're going back in time, all the way back to the 90s. This is 1990. What's some music that was hip at the time in the 90s? Like, like Biggie?
I was not hip.
Tupac?
I was not hip. People were listening to that Nirvana.
Oh,
they all
Tom
cried
Petty?
when
yeah,
they all cried when Nirvana, Kurt Cobain.
His name is not Nirvana. His name was Kurt Cobain. Yeah.
I didn't understand their emotional context when they were all crying.
Oh, okay. So you didn't like Nirvana.
I didn't find it very Nirvanic.
Well, that's because you were a little
Christian boy.
Christian youth. Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
I literally grew up and went to the Church of Christ in Christian Union in Christiansburg, Ohio.
Wow. So then when Smells Like Teen Spirit came out, you're probably just like, what is this devil trash?
I was like, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by, right, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
it's nice. It's nice. Okay, so so you're probably like, this guy's going to burn in hell. Why should I get into him? Are we off track?
Like that.
Are we off track?
I never thought like that. No, we're not.
Okay.
You're trying to make me go all the way back, which could be off track. However, I have brought that track back down to a Snowpiercer traveling around the world in rotations by saying, by connecting my old self to my new self, and saying that I learned that saying nothing leads to nothing.
Okay. So there's only that's what I was saying is like maybe there is a third option besides yelling at people to vote for you or being completely quiet. I mean, there might be a third option.
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a
Go
question,
ahead.
Dustin.
Yeah.
When you like ice cream, right?
Love it. I scream, you
Yeah.
scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Love it. Love ice cream. Now, when you look at an ice cream cone, does the ice cream cone have to yell, "You better eat me," or do you just want to eat the ice cream cone?
No, but that's what Julia. Hey,
Whoa, we should really get Jill in that frame above. You got some
I'm
zingers for
sorry.
Jill.
I had to put somebody in there. It was just too funny of a joke. Clearly.
Well, but the question though, the answer to the question is what? You don't have to have the ice cream cone yell at you to want to eat it. Why do you eat ice cream?
Because I'm obsessed in my brain and I can't stop thinking about I want ice cream, I want ice cream.
Beautiful. I love ice cream too. And why do you get obsessed with it? Why do you think you like ice cream?
Comfort food, and I eat my feelings.
Okay, so you don't actually like ice cream. You don't like the way it tastes.
No, in fact, I'm lactose intolerant, and it gives me the oopsie doopsies, which nobody likes.
But that's not part of the taste of it, right?
No.
Okay, so do you like the taste of ice cream or no?
Yes, I do. I do,
okay.
Mike.
You do. Okay. Well, I mean, it just was earlier you said that you don't like ice cream. So now I'm understanding that you do like ice cream. So
I don't like how ice cream affects my body.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I'm ice cream adverse.
Okay. But ice cream
But
doesn't have
every
to
day.
So ice cream doesn't have to yell at anybody in order to get eaten though, right? People like ice cream because it's ice cream.
Yes, yes. So you're saying become ice cream.
I'm saying be the ice cream of Dustin Gardner. Be the Dustin Gardner that people are like, "Oh, I like that." Instead of yelling at people to watch me. Watch me. I'm ice cream. I'm Dustin Gardner. You'll love me.
Can I quote you on that?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
You can put that in quotes. As long as you put SIC in brackets.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dustin. Doesn't rhyme.
So see, you're doing it again. You're starting to yell about yourself, and that's not attractive. People don't like it.
But you scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream is a saying. So there is screaming involved.
Oh, that is. Yeah, that is. But it's the people screaming for ice cream, not the ice cream screaming for people. That's the key difference right there. I really think that's a big lesson right there that we just dropped. I hope
Say it again because I was reading.
Okay, so in this scenario that we scream for ice cream, whatever, the rhyme, right?
Ice cream,
the
you
ice
scream,
cream,
we all for ice cream.
The ice cream is not doing the screaming. It's the people doing the screaming.
Ice cream, you scream, we all. Yep.
Right? So the people are doing the screaming for ice cream because they love ice cream so much that you should be like ice cream. So how do you become like ice cream? You got to just stop yelling at people for one thing.
I got to come up with a rhyme that sticks in everybody's head.
Nope.
Oh.
I mean, ice cream didn't come up with that rhyme either, did they? The inventor of that rhyme, I'm not even sure who it is, but I guarantee it was not an ice cream that came up with that line.
You think it was my dad?
Your dad? I mean, I don't know. I could ask him. I'm going to look it up. Let's see. Who came up with the rhyme?
The rhyme, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Let me guess, a corporation.
Okay. It says, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream is a song that was written by Howard Johnson, Billy Maul, and Robert A. King in the Barney franchise that appeared in High Neighbor. But it's not, what? It didn't come from Barney. No. Okay, here we are. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream is a popular song first published in 1927 with words and music by Howard Johnson, Billy Maul, and Robert A. King. After initial success as a late 1920s novelty song, the tune became a traditional jazz standard, while the lyrics refrain, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream, has remained a part of popular culture even without the rest of the song.
Speaking of experimental jazz,
Mm-hmm.
that brings us to our last topic of today, Mike,
Yeah.
which would be I have started experimental TikTok musics. How
Oh, I
about
thought you
that
were
for
going
a
to say it was
segue?
roses and thorns. Okay.
How about that for a segue, though? Like I connected the experimental jazz to the jazz. It's just a test. It was a test run, Bob.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a good
We can still
test. That
go
was a good
into.
test.
We can
But
still
now
go
it's time.
into
Now it's time for.
for roses. Now it's time. I like doing this show, bud.
I can tell.
It's so much fun. Like to be able to connect what you were saying back to a thing that we almost started with, which was my TikToks. Woo! We're on fire today, bro. I dare I say this hour's melted away like you in VR.
Melting
Hi there. Welcome
away.
to Roses and Thorns, the only part of the show where we're allowed to sit back, talk about each other in front of each other, and act like it's not hurtful.
The
Hi.
only part of the show where we're allowed to do that. Thank you, Dustin. Yes. That's who's in charge of this show again?
You.
What? No. Be like ice cream.
The audience.
For God's sakes. Yeah. Okay.
Be the ice.
This is Roses and Thorns. This is the time of the show where we kind of give either a rose, we give a thorn, or we give a bud about something that has happened on the show or the way that the show is going. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to fire this shot right across the bow here with a thorn.
Pull it out.
Right out of the gate. That
Get that
today's
thorn.
show, it was a struggle to have any kind of cohesiveness that kept us going through the entirety of the show. I felt like we were kind of like it was always on the edge of kind of breaking down a little bit. Yeah?
I disagree. There's something about you, Mike, that I find so fascinating and intoxicating, dare I say, that I could just sit and talk with you for hours upon hours and never have that feeling like things are going to fall apart or it's going to get boring or. So I disavow your thorn.
You disavow my thorn. So I guess you're saying that I'm kind of like being like ice cream right now and that you're drawn into it. There you go.
Yes, I gotta be the ice cream. I'm hearing it. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
I don't understand how to translate it into my life. I would like to give you
maybe
a
it'll
rose,
take a week.
Mike.
Maybe it'll take a week. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'd like to once again say I'd like to give you a rose.
All right. Thank you. For what? Any reason or no?
Yeah, for a reason. For putting up with this old bag of ice cream.
Oh, God. See, there you go. That's not a thing that makes me want to get ice cream is when it calls itself an old bag of ice cream. That's like the opposite of that idea.
It is just kind of gross. I can admit it. I can admit things.
This old
sometimes.
bag of ice cream. That does not sound good. That doesn't make me want to get ice cream. If it comes in an old bag.
I mean, let's take this as a measure of today's show. There's so many comments and jokes that we weren't able to even dig into some of them. Let's do some highlights. You can buy lactose-free ice cream, Dustin. Thank you, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds like the future presidential debate. I'll probably vote for Adam as third party. Okay, that's not as good feeling, but thank you, Rollo. Do you see any highlights? Do you have any?
I'm just loading the chat back up now because I accidentally closed it when I was looking for something.
That's okay.
So.
I became class
It
treasurer.
didn't save the previous chat. Or wait a minute. No, there it is. There we go.
Audra says, I became class treasurer in middle school by handing out candy. Look at her with the ideas. So you're saying
that's the kind of thing, Dustin. That's a great example of somebody doing something that people like, and then they automatically are like, oh, this person. Maybe I should vote for them, you know?
It makes a
Like
lot
when
of sense.
Biden lied about the stimulus checks and stuff. That's a good example.
We're gonna have money rolling out the door day one.
Yep. Nope.
Wink.
Yep.
Did you see
Yeah,
that video I sent you?
I saw that.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Audra also says Mike doesn't melt away in VR. He blooms.
Aww, Rose.
Well, there you go. There you go.
I can't wait till I can get me one of them and we can be like Jedi fighting.
We could. They're only $300. I mean,
And
that's
you can do it online, like on Facebook or whatever. You're at home and I'm at home, and we could put it in the middle, and we could be
Do you
like,
understand how online gaming works? Yes.
Nope.
That's how it works. You don't have to be in the same place with the other person to play the same game. Online gaming works through the internet.
this is amazing.
Yeah.
This MindBlowers. Hello, MindBlower. I'd like to give Mike a thorn.
Uh-oh.
For no reason, just as it's a joke thorn. It's a joke thorn. I'm gonna be honest.
I
with
think
you.
you're too worried to give me actual thorns now because you're worried that I'm going to quit the show.
Who said that? Who told you that? Because I've got some leaks in this boat.
Whoa. Well, I do want to give you a rose today for much, much better microphone control. I mean, you really did a great job today not hitting your microphone and changing its position every 3 seconds. But I'm going to give you a thorn for refusing to buy an $11 microphone arm. When you're readily able to jump in with the idea of spending lots of money on things that we don't need necessarily.
Burnt.
Not trying to burn, just trying to say stuff. Oh, I want to give myself a thorn. I realized this last week. I want to give myself a thorn for forgetting to do the mantra last week. We did not do our mantra with you, Dustin. So let's do that right now. On 3, we're all going to say, I want Dustin to get rich. And, just as a reminder to everybody, if Dustin gets rich, he's probably not going to pressure you that much to watch his TikToks. So that could be a real net positive for all of us. If Dustin gets rich, he will become a lot quieter.
And not only that, but let's face facts. I'm not rich because I give money away all the time. So that money's probably going to be coming right back to our viewers, much like giving candy to be on student council. Yes, I will pay you to watch me.
Okay, so yeah, if Dustin gets rich, he's going to pay you to watch him. Let's hope he remembers the little guy after he makes it big. But let's all say our mantra on 3. We're going to say, I want Dustin to get rich. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I want Dustin to get rich. And there you have it.
Thank
yeah,
you,
that's
commenters.
So where do you send your?
commenters.
Kurt Brinker had. He said, "Where do I send my $50 for the Dustin VR fund?" That would be Dustin's link tree. So head over to Dustin's link tree, which is linktr.ee.
There's a
Dustin
dot
Gardner,
between...
Dustin __ Gardner. So it's linktr.ee. linktr.ee. So that's linktree / Dustin _Gardner. And then over there, you can donate as much or as little as you like to the Dustin
3 different ways on
fund. There's 3 different ways. So it makes it really easy to donate 3 times. That's what most people want to do, is donate more than once. And that's really nice that you gave them the ability to do that.
I'm just presenting myself as an option if you are someone who wants to give to someone who is in desperate need. Here I am.
Dustin,
Rock
final
me
thought.
like a hurricane.
Final thought. What kind of ice cream would you be if you could be an ice cream?
Superman.